Hello, happy Monday. I just want to pop in for a few minutes. As you can hear, Sir Cooper is summoning me. I have been out a bit and just back home, and he heard me, of course, come in the door. So it is sweet potato time. Every day for his lunch, he wants a little bit of sweet potato with his food. So I'll be preparing that shortly because if you don't pay attention to Sir Cooper, he tends to get into mischief. But that's another story for another day. So he really likes to stick to his schedule. So sweet potato, then he wants to play with his puzzle, and then he wants to really act like I need to be doing something else for him. But it's really nap time for him. And so if I do that until nap time, about 3 times, then he'll stop peering at me through this little spot close to my desk. So I really like to keep him on schedule, because if not, it's more work and pain for me. So most of you know, if you've been following me for a few years, that I always choose, a lot of people choose word for the year. And for me, if you've been following me for the past few years, then I tend to choose a phrase for the year, or 2 words, kind of, little combination thing. And when I initially started choosing one, I think the very first one I chose was joy. And then the next year it was choose joy. And I had this fabulous, and still have it, this a leather bracelet that says choose joy, and wear that all the time. Recently thought I lost it, and did lose it for a while, and then found it. So I'll have to share that story with you one day. But so it was choose joy, and then the next year, of course, I had no idea we were going to lose our precious Kaylee, and I wanted to do something in her honor, and all about Kaylee Joy. It's a type of joy, Kaylee Joy. And so that year, that was my phrase for the year. And then last year, I chose joie de vivre, which is French for joy of life. And that was a whole year of me really wanting to come into finding this Kaylee Joy in our life. The year before, it was really acknowledging Kaylee Joy and what it is and what it's about and what do we do with it and how do we find it. And then last year, the joie de vivre was all about the joy of living, the joy of life. Where are these little things, and where is it we see joy, and where is it popping up, and where is it existing that maybe we haven't even thought about? And so a lot of beautiful moments happened, and sweet stories and interactions and conversations, and it was also a very difficult year for me. It was the second year of being without Kaylee, and it was so, as I've written about a lot of times, if you follow me, you've seen me sharing this, it was a lot of, the first year, there's all those first. The first month, the second month, the first birthday, the first Christmas, the first Thanksgiving. And even though every one of those moments is so extremely hard in those days, it's almost as though it kind of helps you get to the next step. And then when you enter into the second year, there are no more first. And it was a very strange thing, and the grief really, really settled in with me even deeper. I always say, if it could have, how could it even be deeper than the first year? But it was really, there were a lot of difficult moments for me. And I was so thankful to have found the joy of living in many moments, even on days when I just felt like there really wasn't any. And so now as we enter into a new year, I don't think about what my phrase or word is going to be. I don't try to come up with it. I don't try to look for it or search for it or anything like that. It just comes to me. And so I really started feeling it before Christmas, Bloomin' Joy. That just kept coming to me. And so it's BLOOMIN, an apostrophe, and it will be connected with a heart, joy. Bloomin' Joy. So this year is all about this joy, this Kaylee Joy that we've been talking about, that we've been finding, that we've been looking for, that's just been coming up in our lives and our days, and we've been dosing it out, and we've been saving a little bit for us and learning all about it. This year is all about how it is going to bloom. So, I love flowers, and I am dreaming of spring because this mermaid soul cannot deal with temperatures that are 5 degrees. This has been ridiculous, okay? We've had way too much cold, but I've been dealing with it. I get to wear cute hats, but, seriously, I'm over that. So, I'm all about, let's start the blooming now. spring is a little ways off, so I think it's a perfect thing. And so Bloomin' Joy. And I've got some cute, neat, fun things to show you of how this was already kind of, being manifested in the months prior to this new year starting, and to really let me know that this is my phrase for the year. These are my 2 words. This is my little combination phrase that I'm going to stick to, and I'm going to be excited about sharing with you, because I want to share. I want joy to bloom for you, and I want to share it with you. I want to just watch it bloom and be so amazed by it, because I know we're going to be. And Kaylee Joy just creates the most amazing, colorful, beautiful, fabulous blooms that you can imagine. So just like our precious Kaylee, colorful and fabulous, and often talking in our French and Australian accents, and it just, so this is what this Bloomin' Joy is gonna be about. Is Kaylee Joy, and how it's blooming in our lives, and how I'm going to make it bloom, and it's gonna be really exciting. And so I am super excited to share it with you, and just I even have a special a journal that I'll be showing some things. It's gonna have a special cover on it, and inside of this is gonna be the Bloomin' Joy journal. And inside of it, it's just going to be pages of where I'm going to write about ideas and thoughts, and record how I see joy blooming and how I want it to bloom, and ideas for that to happen and to share with you. And it's going to be, there are going to be threads hanging out, and cute girlies sticking out at the top to smile at me as I flip through these pages and fill this book up. And I am so excited to share it with you. And I already have a couple of pages in here, but I'm going to save that. I will do a little sneak peek with you later on, and show you some of those girlies that will be in here. And you'll get to, if you follow me, you will get to see firsthand just what the girls are up to in there. And they are Kaylee Joy girlies. That's who they are. And they're all about joy and making it bloom. So I'm so excited. Join me this year. I would love to hear if you choose a word or a phrase or special thought or something that kind of carries you and you carry with you throughout a new year. I'm not into, setting all these resolutions and stuff like that. I really just love how a word or phrase or a combination of words comes together for me, and just really has this beautiful meaning for me. And this just, it feels so special. The other day I pulled out a cute hat, and I'll show you that later. It has a cute flower on it, and went for a walk with John, and it was so cold, and he kept telling me, you have to put something on your head. And I was like, then it makes my hair have static, and it's like, but I went out one time without it, and I was like, who cares? I'll just pull it up in a ponytail. It is freezing. You gotta have stuff on your head, something, preferably a cute hat with flowers, velvet something. Anyway, so I pulled that out, and that girly is going to make an appearance in this Bloomin' Joy journal, and you'll get to see that and hear all about. Maybe that will be my special hat for the year. That's the Bloomin' Joy hat. You might have to put it on when I need to really think and work in the garden of joy. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be sharing a lot of artwork with you, and a lot of messages from my heart, and how I feel God speaking to me, how I feel Kaylee speaking to me, and hear her, and the collaborations that she and I are up to, and just how she makes her appearance in my life, and is with me every day, and some days more so than others, and shows up. If you followed me with things I've shared from my heart before about our journey, she shows up in conversations with people, meeting people, acquaintances, friends, a card I may get in the mail, a message. It's really amazing. And absolutely, most times I am standing in awe at how she is so active in my life. And I'm so grateful for that, because I miss her tremendously. So stay tuned. Kaylee and I are going to be up to a lot of fun things, and there's going to be a whole lot of Bloomin' Joy in 2018. So I hope you'll join us. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. You can always send me a message. And that blog of mine, it's going to be blooming big time this year. So stay tuned. I'm going to be back to blogging and doing some updates on it, and I will love visiting with you there. Have a cup of tea, stay warm, and we'll see you soon.